Hello, and a very warm welcome back to your Fertility Counselor podcast show. I'm so grateful that you're here today. If you are listening to this episode, I want to invite you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale now and exhale. That's great. And just another one. Inhale deeply into your tummy now. And then a long exhale. That's great. Wonderful. This episode is a little different. It's not about facts or protocol or strategies. This is about you. It's about your heart, your courage, and the quiet strength it takes to walk this path. Often it's unseen, often unacknowledged. So today I'm going to guide you through a series of reflective questions. These questions are gentle invitations to pause and take stock of how you're doing, not just in your fertility journey, but in your whole life. You can listen with your heart, or if it helps, grab a pen and a piece of paper and write your answers down. There is no right or wrong here. This is your space and your time. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply show up for yourself again and again. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and get yourself ready, and let's start now.
Hello, and a warm welcome to my podcast show, Your Fertility Counselor. I'm your host, Tanya Fessler, and together we will dive into all things fertility, offering support, expert insights, and practical, evidence-based advice for anyone navigating their fertility journey. So grab a cup of tea and make yourself comfortable. Let's get started.
So, in my first part of reflection, I thought we could start with your fertility journey. Take a moment to breathe into where you are right now. And then perhaps ask yourself, and by all means, you can pick all the questions or just those ones that you feel most connected to, and just pause for a moment and reflect on how these questions sink in with you. So, what has been the most significant part of my fertility journey in the past 3 months? How am I truly feeling about where I am right now, beneath the surface? What part of this journey has required the most courage from me? Where have I surprised myself with my own strength or resilience? What do I most need to acknowledge about myself in this process? Again, this is not about progress charts or test results or treatment plans. This is really about the human behind the journey, which is you. So if you want to repeat and listen again to these questions or hit the pause button for a moment, then please do that now before we move on to part 2. In the next sequence of reflective questions, it's more about your mental and emotional well-being. This journey can take up so much emotional space. So let's check in with your heart and mind how they are doing. And then ask yourself, What emotions have I been carrying with me this week? Which ones have I expressed and which ones have I tucked away? What does my mind need right now? And what does my heart need? I often see that the mind and the heart can be in a dilemma because we are trying to solve things with our mind and our heart tells us differently. So really try to take the time and just listen in with your mind. Take a pause and then connect with your heart. How can I offer myself kindness and compassion, even in the moments I feel most overwhelmed? And this is where I read a book lately where it really said, like, if you can't apply kindness and compassion to yourself, how can you do that truly from your heart with others? It starts really with you. And why would you, by all means, treat yourself as your biggest enemy and be so unkind and sometimes so rude to yourself? So check in with your vocabulary. What are you saying to yourself? If I could speak to myself as I would to a dear friend, what would I say? So please remember, your mental health matters just as much as any treatment plan. Your feelings are valid, and every single one of them. So as a next, it's really about your relationship. Fertility challenges can ripple through your relationships with partners, with family, friends, and even with yourself. So let's pause here and ask yourself, how has my relationship with my partner or a closest person been impacted lately? Where are we feeling connected? And where might we need more space or care? And what are conversations that I've been avoiding but might bring relief or closeness? How can I remind myself that we are on the same team, even when it feels hard? And then how can I strengthen my relationship with myself? And what support do I need to remind myself I'm not alone? While we are on this journey and we are reflecting about the relationship and our fertility journey, we also want to think about like our social environment. Very often I can see that fertility struggles can make the social world feel really complicated. And of course, social media doesn't really help sometimes with that. Let's be honest. It is irritating or upsetting if you are trying to conceive and all what you can see is baby bumps and babies or pregnancy announcements. So maybe the next couple of questions are more about like, how can you reconnect with your social world, or where are you at the moment? So who in my life has felt safe and supportive lately? Are there any boundaries I need to gently set to protect my heart? Where do I need more connection and where do I need more space? And is there one person I can reach out to this week for a real, honest conversation? Sometimes support isn't about having many people around. It's about having even just one who truly gets it. So if you can identify that one person for you who does good to you, with whom you feel that it's a safe environment, why not just reaching out and ask for a coffee catch up or for a walk? Whatever helps you. And then let's focus on your overall well-being. As you are a whole person with a mind and body and soul, how have I been caring for my body? Not because of fertility, but because I deserve it to feel cared for. How am I nourishing myself with rest and movement, joy or quietness? Where have I been forgetting my own needs, and what might it look like to bring them back into focus? What gives me a sense of calm or joy or light, even for a moment? And I often say it's so important to have one highlight per day. And it can be something really simple. I just sat on the steps in my garden this morning and I had my cup of tea. I usually like to enjoy a cup of peppermint tea early morning. And I was just listening to the stillness and nature and the birds. If you have any such environment, or even like a balcony or a nice window with a nice view, just to have a moment of this joy, a moment of how to start your day on the right foot, can be absolutely a bliss. And when the journey gets long, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Because all what you can see are all disappointments, and I should do this, and I should see the acupuncturist, and I should do this, and I should go out, and I should do less of this, I should do more of this. So it's plenty of those shoulds, right? So really think about what kind of life am I building beyond treatments and timelines and outcomes? What strength have I discovered in myself through this experience, actually? And what does hope look like for me right now, even if it's small and it's quiet or changing? And how can I celebrate myself for showing up again and again? You are so much more than this chapter of your life. You are layered, whole, and worthy. So as we come to the end of this reflection today, I want to offer you a moment of stillness. So if you feel comfortable, place your hand gently on your heart and breathe in a little more compassion for yourself. If no one has said this to you today, I see how much strength it takes to keep going. I honor the resilience in you. I truly do. And I hope you can feel proud of how far you have already come. You matter, and your journey matters and you are enough. So I'd like to end today's session with a quote. When you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, remember, sometimes you are the light. Thank you for letting me walk this little part of your journey with you today. If this episode resonated with you, take a moment to journal your thoughts or simply carry one reflection with you into the week. And if no one has told you lately, you are doing beautifully. Until next time, take a gentle care of yourself, and I look forward to see you again next week. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Fertility Counselor podcast. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you need support or have any questions, reach out to us via email at inquiries@counselingconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Fertility Connects. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about us and the services we offer, head to www.fertilityconnects.com. And if you're looking for support beyond fertility, visit www.counselingconnects.com. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.